I've recently acquired a Koblenz floor and carpet scrubber, and I've got stairs, carpeted stairs. I would love to be able to try this thing out on. Yep, it's going to look weird and awkward, and for some people that's probably not a good idea, definitely wouldn't be recommended, but we do sometimes awkward things here in the lab. So I want to shampoo, and if this thing will focus, it says dilute 1 part of shampoo to 10 parts of water. Focus, focus. Yep, so that's what it says. So that's what we need to do. Now I just have 13 steps, and I'm just going to do the horizontal treads. I'm not going to do the vertical risers. So I'm going to take about 3 ounces of this and stick it in about 29 ounces of that, bringing that up to a total of 32 ounces of fluid, and I hope that's enough. I don't know how fast, what the dispersion rate is out of the Koblenz, but we're going to find out. So I was just getting ready to put fluid in this tank, and I picked it up, and I happened to just kind of turn it upside down and sideways, and I heard a bunch of stuff in there. Sounded a little different than that, but this is what came out of inside the tank. That is not good. The biggest reason why that's not good, it's just plastic manufacturing boogers, we could call them, is because I took this off to examine the valve, and there was some of that stuck in the valve. And it's clean now. See what focus? It's clean and clear now, but it definitely wasn't a few minutes ago. So when you have something like this, see, it's clear now, make sure that all the stuff is actually out, and you're starting out with a clean tank, and your valve can't potentially get clogged, because to be honest with you, that is quite a lot of debris to have inside that tank running around. I hope I don't spill anything. For those that are unfamiliar with this type of process, this is very similar to a Kirby, in that you're going to dry vacuum first, then you'll go ahead and shampoo, and then you'll wait for everything to dry again, and then you will vacuum up all the little crystallized material that supposedly contains the dirt. So we call this an encapsulation process. Some people just say NCAP. And I hope I don't get any of this on the carpet and spill it. Then again, if I do, it's just carpet shampoo. Not like it'll hurt much. All right, so there's our 32 ounces. It has like a typical chemical smell. I can't say that it smells bad. Doesn't smell like lavender, I can tell you that. Now this has to push down in and then snap. There we go. Making sure that your valve is caught properly, and I'm not going to actually push it up and down to test it, because then it'll start dripping. But this needs to be above this little hook, because this fork moves up and down. Then I'll put this over the top, squeeze everything together, and we should be ready to go do the stairs. And of course I am using the soft white bristles. And the manual says use it on speed, like say between 1 and 2, says you don't need to use speed 3. We'll test that out and see how well everything works. I don't know how grabby this thing is, because the bristles are so gentle, it might not grab the carpet a whole lot. So it might be pretty easy to use, but stay tuned. Now it's probably going to take a few seconds for the solution to go down this tube and get down to where the brushes are. So let's see how this works. I will start out on position number 1. Oh, that's really easy. That's nothing. Let's see. Number 2. The little pad sticker that I had on there for the RPM. This is nice. Okay, here we go with the fluid. I'm squeezing. Here the fluid comes. And, yeah, here's the scrubbing action. Oh. Don't hold it that way. So I have to have another resting spot for my hand. Stay there. Okay, here we go. Oh, nice. Very easy to deal with. Quiet. Pretty simple. Okay, here we go. It doesn't really sit on there very tightly. I guess Koblenz needs to work on that. I still have some fluid left. So, you know what I want to do? I want to see how well this does right on the bullnose, right here, because it normally takes a long time to clean stuff like that. I know this still looks awkward, but I want to see how well it actually does. And this is still popping off. Let me see what this is going to be like. Figure out a way to hold this where I can get it on the bullnose the way I want it. I guess I could do it about like that. Okay, so pretty much just scrub only. Yeah, that works. Okay. So I'm well aware that that probably was kind of a weird and awkward thing that you just saw, and it was using the machine in a way that probably nobody really would recommend using it. But the results kind of speak for themselves. I know it might be a little hard to see, but when I go and do these stairs and I use other methods, whether it's been the water extraction method from my Hoover steam vac wide path, or whether it's been something by hand, this is overall it's got a lot more agitation and it's a lot quicker. So I understand it's awkward and a lot of people aren't going to like it and they're going to thumb it down and send me nasty messages and whatnot. But this was able to do a very nice job depositing and scrubbing the suds, so to speak, into all those horizontal treads and the bullnose. It usually takes me, I'm not kidding, 10 times longer to do it by hand, you know, with the scrub brush or a sponge or some other method. So this was a lot faster. It's a lot weirder. I suppose it's a lot more awkward, but let me tell you, speed is king in some circumstances. It's about 2 hours later, and it's time to vacuum up the encapsulated crystals. And away we go. Well, if you take a look at the entire width of the step, there used to be kind of a central wear mark, maybe from about here to about here. That's gone. And let's look at that bullnose. Instead of being all squashed and nasty, lifted it right back up. And yeah, it's wonderful. So this Koblenz did exactly what I wanted it to do. However weird or unusual or even not recommended for this particular machine, I like the results. And I was hoping for results like this. Very, very nice. And again, all I did was the horizontal treads, not the vertical risers. So what a fantastic job. And thanks again to one Robert Gwizdala. Well, I have some fluid left in here. You can see it, it's right down there. And how about we use this in a more traditional way, like, you know, on a real floor, not necessarily on stairs. So same setup, and let's use the rest of this solution. And I think I'll try it on position 2. now it's really easy. Come on, fluid. There we go. I'm squeezing it hard. All right. I'm going to put it on 1. So it wants to go to my left or your right. Yeah, this is the way it wants to go. Well, now it kind of wants to go to my right. It's easy to push though. It's not hard to push. Okay, so that's quite an experience. It is pretty easy to handle, but I tell you what, I wish that instead of this being just like a regular handle, I wish it was a T handle. I think that would really be great, and I see that in a lot of professional machines. So you can use it with this single grip handle. It's not bad, but the T handle would be a great option. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to run it through the speeds, all of them, all 3 of them. And of course, this was pre-vacuumed. So let's see what it does here. Come on. There you go. Come on up. That's 1. That's 2. And that's all the way up. Yeah, there you go. It really kind of wants to go to the right a little bit. Not bad. Pretty simple though. Not hard to push. Take a look at the brushes, see how they're doing. So after just a little bit of cleaning, here's what the bristles look like. And I'll go and rinse them. I won't show you the post vacuuming for this, but the carpet looks great, but I gotta be honest with you, it looked great beforehand, because if you followed my channel at all, you know that I just don't really have any appreciable dirt. But if I did, I'm sure this would do a great job in the encapsulation shampooing method. Hey, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.